Hey Internet. So tomorrow is Valentine's Day, and I know that a lot of people have already done videos on Valentine's Day, and it's probably been done out the wazoo. So I'm not here to talk about like the history of Valentine's Day, or what to do with your special significant other, or what to do if you're single. And I'm not here to tell you that Valentine's Day was created by the greeting card industry to make more money, or that you should celebrate Valentine's Day every day of the year because, you shouldn't have to have only a special day where you share your love for someone. I am just simply going to tell you why I have had the worst Valentine's Days ever. So I kind of tend to dread when Valentine's Day comes up because I have just had a series of unfortunately terrible Valentine's Days, and so I just worry every year that I'm just gonna have another one to add to the list. So my first Valentine's Day that was pretty terrible probably happened when I was in elementary school. I think it was second grade, so I was probably like 7. For some reason, we scheduled my very first ever dentist appointment on Valentine's Day. That could be a pretty terrible Valentine's Day right there. Like, you have to go to a dentist appointment on Valentine's Day, you have to miss school, and everybody's giving out Valentines at that time. I mean, in second grade, you were still taking those cheesy little Valentines that you folded over, and they were most of the time, like, on sparkly foil. You were still taking those to school, and everyone was giving them out. I was going to miss that, and I was, like, super bummed about that. And sure, that could be a pretty terrible Valentine's Day, but it didn't end there. So I get to the dentist and he's doing the checkup on me. It's my first ever checkup, cleaning my teeth and everything, and they decide they needed to pull a tooth of mine out because I had a cavity. Cool, so it's Valentine's Day, I have a cavity, and I need to get my tooth pulled out. It was hurting really badly at this point. I actually think that's why we ended up going to the dentist, because I had a really bad toothache. So I had two choices. I could either right then and there have them pull it out. They could give me some local anesthesia and they would yank the tooth out right there, or I could come back in a little while. I can't remember if it was a couple days or a couple weeks, whatever, and they could actually put me under and they could pull my tooth out. But I was like, nope, this tooth hurts really bad, I want it out now. So being 7 or whatever, they decided to tell me, once we start this procedure, it's going to hurt a lot and we can't stop. Like, you can't decide in the middle of it, no, I want to wait. And I was like, no, this is fine. Take my tooth out, it hurts, I want my tooth out. You know how in the cartoons the dentist grabs this big pair of pliers and then just like sticks it into your mouth and just yanks the tooth right out? That's actually exactly what he did. I mean, granted there was some anesthesia, so I wasn't feeling pain, I was just feeling pressure, but it was intense pressure, and the fact that this dentist was coming at me, big guy with a big pair of pliers, terrifying. So he gets halfway through pulling my tooth out. I'm freaking out. I've got like all of this stuff happening in my mouth, and I was like, I need to take 5 minutes. Just give me a 5-minute break. But they wouldn't give me a 5-minute break. And I went through all of it, and it was painful. And turns out, found out after the tooth got pulled out that the roots of my tooth were wrapped around my jawbone, and that's why it was so difficult and painful to get out. So that was my first terrible Valentine's Day. Another pretty terrible Valentine's Day that I had was in 9th grade. At this point, starting to like the boys, trying to get the boyfriend. I was kind of hoping on Valentine's Day that I would get, maybe a Valentine, maybe, somebody would give me a card, someone would say, hey girl, what you doing? I like that. But yeah, so I was kind of excited about my Valentine's Day. And in 9th grade, I had gym first period. I was in gym and we were playing some sort of game, probably handball, I think, or something. I don't know. But it was a game where people ran at each other. And so in first period gym, I ran in headfirst into a boy that evidently had a rock solid stomach because I got a concussion. I hit him with my head. I blacked out for a couple seconds and had to be escorted to the nurse's office by one of my best friends on Valentine's Day. I got to the nurse's office and the nurse was like, nope, we're about to change classes. You need to go back to class, do your second period, and then come down here. And, mind you, I am being escorted and I just blacked out and had a concussion. I ended up having to go to the hospital. My mom she came and picked me up at school and took me to the hospital, and they were really mad that I didn't get sent to the hospital from the school. Point being, had to leave school at like 9:30 in the morning, didn't get to spend the rest of my Valentine's Day in school. Probably wouldn't have gotten a Valentine anyway, but yeah, so that was pretty terrible Valentine's Day. Then as far as not so funny stories, when I was in 8th grade, my Valentine's Day was actually my first day back to school after my dad died, so that was not a fun adventure whatsoever. And then 2 years ago, I got dumped probably like a week before Valentine's Day, so my Valentine's Day was not super good 2 years ago either. So trust me guys, I do not have high hopes for this coming Valentine's Day, but I don't have any expectations, so I'm not going to be let down. I have every confidence that this Valentine's Day will be just about as normal as every other day this week, and that's fine with me. Valentine's Day doesn't have to be anything special for me, and to be honest, I would rather have a non-eventful Valentine's Day than a terribly eventful Valentine's Day with bad things happening. So I hope that whichever way you decide to spend Valentine's Day, that it is awesome, and if you have someone to share it with, that is wonderful, and I hope you have a wonderful time together. If not, enjoy it on your own, read a book, watch a movie, just be happy you're not getting your tooth pulled out, because that's pretty terrible. Alright, you guys have a great Valentine's Day, and I'll see y'all later.